I'm Ryan Truszensky. I have a beautiful wife, Julie.
I'm Julie Truszensky, and right now I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have 3 kids.
When I first heard about Haiti and what was going on there, I never thought it would be something that I would be interested in doing or that I would be a part of.
I started talking about the idea of it with my husband, and we had decided, well, if we were to go, we'd want to go through that experience together.
I don't know that I really knew what to expect. I know I had a lot of anxiety related to the trip. I wanted to go. I wasn't quite sure why I wanted to go.
When it came time to go, I knew it was the right thing because it wasn't me doing it. It wasn't my ego in there saying, Julie, you've got to go off and do this because that's going to solve all your problems and you're going to be happy, 24/7 the rest of your life.
The first thing was the weather hitting me in the face. There is actually a place that was hotter and more humid than Houston, which I couldn't believe, especially since it was October.
I had been told that the first 24 hours were going to be pretty intense, and that we'd have just a lot of things thrown at us, a lot of new sights, smells, experiences, and we'd almost barely be hanging on. But that after the first 24 hours, that all we'd be able to see were the people. And I'd have to say that was my experience to a T. I was not expecting there to be really any smiles or any activity or very much going on. And when we got there
were lots of little kids, coming up to the street, yelling, waving, Blanco, Blanco, is what they say, in an endearing way, endearing term. That was exciting, but then one lady came out and was holding her stomach, saying she's hungry. And then about 10 minutes later, a lady held out her child, wanting us to take her kid. That was the first thing that really smacked me in the face. Like, this is so real, this is desperate.
And when we got there, the school was in session.
I expected to see a more desperate situation or children that were not happy, but what I saw was, a school actually going on.
And all the kids were repeating, something after their teacher, and they were all sitting, in neat little rows with these perfect little uniforms on. And it was so rustic because it was like bamboo posts with a blue tarp over it. Was the school, but they were so engaged in what they were doing.
Then there were the kids that were not the students that are all standing right outside the gates of the school. Those kids looked incredibly different. They're dirty. They don't look like they're quite as happy, but they're really curious as far as what's going on, and they're really interested in what was going on inside the schoolyard. The kids at the school had been learning a song in English to sing to us. And after they sang that song to us, one of the children that was outside the school, sitting out, on the street, was playing in the dirt, singing that same song. So that child had been, already engaged in the school.
We would drive up after the first day. All the kids in school would, come running over to the fence and wave at us and cheer, and they'd all be laughing and excited, and they were so happy to have us there. They wanted us there so bad. And that it made it all the more difficult to leave because they don't necessarily understand that we're going to be back or that people will be back.
Driving away, there was a little boy who was not part of the school. He was one of the villagers that was always looking in, and I'd played with him a few times. I taught him patty cake, and as we're driving away, he starts doing patty cake in the air to me, and if anything, I want to go back and just play patty cake. Sounds stupid, but it's worth it.